Hello students, welcome to JC Learning Labs YouTube channel. In this video, we will learn a class 9 lines and angle chapter. We will start with the basic concept. First, what do you mean by line segment? So consider a line, take any 2 point, mark any 2 point and name it as A and B. Now the distance between these two endpoints we call it as a line segment. Usually we denote by, we'll write the point and above that point if we indicate the symbol, okay, we read it as line segment AB. Next, ray as a starting point and it has no end point and it is unidirectional. I will take this point as O and I will name it as P here. Then we denote OP, and if we mark the symbol arrow mark, it means that OP is a ray. Next, collinear and non-collinear points. I will consider a line segment AB. Now, collinear point means if three or more points lie on the same line segment, then we call it as a collinear point. If three or more points not lying on the same line segment, we call it as a non-collinear point. See, for example, here AB is a 2 point and on the same line segment I will mark point C, and I will take another point D. Now all these points A, B, C, D is on the same line segment, so we call it as a collinear points. If consider again a line segment AB, now I will mark the point C outside the line segment and I will mark the point D on the line segment and I will mark the point E outside the line segment. Now all these 5 points, it is non-collinear points. Next, we'll see the definition related to the angles. Angle is formed when two rays originate from the same endpoint. I will consider a point O. From the same point I will take one ray and I will name it as D, and from the same point I will start another ray and I will name it as A. So from the same point two rays are originating. At that time the angle is formed. The name of this angle is angle AOB. So the angle is formed when two rays originate from the same endpoint. Next, arms of the angle. So arms of the angle means from O to B. This is one ray. We call it as an arc. Now how many arcs this angle are having? 0 to B and 0 to A. These are the two arms of the angle. Next, vertex. Vertex is the point where two rays meet. So these two rays are originating from the point O. So the vertex for this angle is O. We'll consider one more angle, okay, as an example. I will write it as x, y and z. Angle is formed at the point y. Now, what are the arms of the angle? Y, x and y, z are the two arms of the angle, and the vertex. What is the vertex? Point y is the vertex. Next we will move on to types of angle. First one is acute angle. Acute angle is a measure between 0 degree and less than 90 degree. If an angle measure between 0 degree and less than 90 degree, such an angle we call it as acute angle. Next, right angle. So right angle means right angle means the angle which measures exactly equal to 90 degree. The angle which measures exactly equal to 90 degree, we call it as an right angle. Next, obtuse angle. Obtuse angle means the angle which is greater than 90 degree, angle which measures greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, we call it as an obtuse angle. Next, straight angle. Straight angle means the angle which is equal to 180 degree, we call it as straight angle. And we have reflex angle. Reflex angle means the angle that is greater than 180 degree, we call it as a reflex angle. So these are the types of an angle. The angle that measure between 0 and less than 90, we call it as acute angle. Angle equal to 90 degree, we call it as right angle. The measure of angle which is greater than 90 and less than 180, it is obtuse angle. Angle which measures equal to 180 degree, we call it as straight angle. Angle which measures greater than 180, we call it as an reflex angle. Next, we will see what do you mean by complementary and supplementary angle. Complementary and supplementary angle. If sum of two or more angle, sum of two or more angle equal to 90 degree means we call it as a complementary angle. Similarly, if sum of two or more angle equal to 180 degree means we call it as supplementary angle. Complementary means sum of two or more angles should be equal to 90. Supplementary means sum of two or more angle should be equal to 180 degree. Say for example, consider the diagram. Here two angles are formed. This one I will name it as 30 degree and here I will name it as 60 degree. If we add these two angles, 60 degree plus 30 degree gives 90 degree. So these two are complementary angles now. consider this one. I will name it as 60 degree and 120 degree. Sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. So we call it as an supplementary angle. We'll consider one more example for supplementary and complementary. Write the complementary angle for 45 degree. So what will be the complementary angle for 45 degree? So I will consider another angle as x. So 45 degree plus another angle I will consider as x. So if we add these two angles, we should get how much? 90 degree. So x equals 90 plus 45. If we send it will become minus 45. So x equals 90 minus 45 is 45 degree. So the complementary angle for 45 is 45 degree. Similarly, what will be the supplementary angle? Supplementary angle for 110 degree. So 110 degree plus x equals how much we should get? 180. Supplementary means we should get 180 degree. So x equals 180 minus 110. If you subtract, we will get x value as 70. The supplementary angle for 110 is 70 degree. Hope you have understood this basic concept. In next video, we will continue the basic concept and we will solve the textbook problems. If you have understood the concept, don't forget to like, comment and share the channel. Thank you.